What's going on, Dogman Dan here. So, just like changeover from my original rant video again. It's gone through umpteen changes. I had a lot of time to think about it since I posted that last video, and then I went ahead and listened to what I had originally been ready to post up. I just kind of went ahead and deleted it and whatever. The toxicity in this game, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe after 3 years, I'm just frustrated with dealing with the backlash from everybody all the time. Always being told that I don't know what I'm doing, that my builds suck, I'm using the wrong damage types. You know, damage mods, physical damage mods are useless. It's been proven, blah blah blah. You know, you don't have this right status chance. You don't have the correct critical. You're not using this mod. You're not using that mod. You obviously have no idea what the hell you're doing. I bet you can't play a level 100 sortie solo, you know, this, that, and everything else. You can't do this, you can't do that. You don't know what the hell you're doing. And it's just, at this point, I've gotten to, maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just done dealing with it. Done dealing with it. Being compared to all these other channels that are out there, the big YouTube mafia channels, and some of that stems back, going all the way back to the beginning with DE, where DE consistently promoting one particular channel, and still to this day promoting one particular channel over everybody else. And so if you are not doing what that particular golden cow of Warframe is doing, if you're not putting things together the way you're supposed to, exactly how that is said, it's over for you. You don't know what you're doing. And this is where my problems are, I guess. I'm constantly having to deal with idiots and assholes everywhere, on the forums. I tried posting a couple things on Reddit, got ripped apart posting on Reddit. You know, I've posted things every which where, and I've constantly getting, you know, I don't know. When I post things on YouTube, you don't always see it because it could be a month or two down the road and you're not watching that video anymore. But I get every comment in an email, so I know every time somebody comments on the channel, anywhere, through any, and it's just constantly dealing with, well, you used impact damage, that's your problem, you don't know what you're doing, you're supposed to use, you know, up to your status, so that way, because your status combined will give you better this and better that over just straight up physical damage. You don't know what you're doing. I'm doing this much extra damage over what you've got, and I've got a critical setup, and I'm using this mod and that mod, and you know, you need to play it this way. And the problem is, I'm always being compared to everybody else, and I'm always being told that I have to do it as the popular people are doing it. And no matter what I do, no matter what I say, I don't think that I will ever be able to get it through enough people's heads that sometimes you can just enjoy yourself. Sometimes you can use your own brain to do things that you want, instead of having to follow and do what everybody tells you. You know, I don't know. And when I go back and I look at this and I see all these channels that are out there, and I'm talking about the YouTube mafia, and you guys know who I'm talking about. You know the big channels I'm talking about. Everybody that's associated with the big YouTube mafia. And if you're not associated with them, you're shit. You don't know what you're doing. Try hard is what you're told, basically. You're a try hard. You don't know what the fuck you've got going on. So, you know, if you don't build multi-faction builds and do a specific setup in a specific order before you go in on a specific mission, you will never survive that specific mission. Which obviously that's bullshit. I've proven that time and time again. I've proven it over and over. There used to be a time in the beginning that I would go out on these channels and I'd see what they were watching, and everybody knew that because I would say it in the videos. And I'd make a video that would follow up against what they put and prove to them that it's exactly opposite that I can do it the way that I want it to, and I can still make it just as good, sometimes even better than what you are. And you know why? I think the thing is, what's really simple here is that I've got a system that I've used in my head for combining everything together properly. Not looking at just one weapon, but looking at the overall picture. I also, I'll be honest with you, I know how to play the game. I'm just fucking good at it. It's all about skill. It's not all about do I have the best damage, because a tryhard is always going to want to do the, I guess, I don't know. It's always going to want to do the easy stuff. That's my opinion. I don't know, or maybe some other way around. I mean, I don't see it. You know, if you don't get a challenge out of what you're doing, then how can you get better at doing it, right? No, instead you go out there and you listen to what these big people tell you, and the reason that you listen to them is because they've been promoted so much by the developer in a bad way, and it affects everybody else. It affects everybody else. It affects the community. It affects the toxicity of the community, because some people want to do it one way and they're being told they can't do it one way, and they're laughed at and they're mocked at and they're made fun of because they're trying to be different, and eventually they form in a line and do exactly as they're told, because if you don't, you have to deal with being bullied. You know, you got channels that are very sexually connotating and just don't really fit. I just, you know, I don't understand. Maybe that's just me. I don't understand it. I don't want to know about your private sex life. I don't want to know about your particular choices that you've made, I guess. I don't know. Whatever it is. Your disease, I don't care what you want to call it. I don't want to know about it, and I don't want to see it, you know, and that also adds to issues within the game, because now you've got that going on. You get that hits into live streams, and comments go back and forth on live streams. You got channels out there that are just simply out to try to get views by ratting on other people all the time, and everybody picking on everybody else. And I've been the brunt of being picked on for years and years and years, and I still got to deal with it. And I get compared to these channels on a daily basis. And you're not doing this because so-and-so, you know, is doing it, and you have no idea, and blah, blah, blah. And the problem is that to this day, they're still heavily promoted as the best of in the game. And these are the people you need to see. And these are the people that are going to TennoCon. And the whole game is all about, you know, gotta have the top DPS, gotta have the top numbers, gotta have this, gotta have that, gotta have the correct exact setup with the exact particular mods at a certain amount of rank on a certain weapon, because if you're not using this particular weapon, all other weapons are tryhards, they're useless, they're just mastery fodder, you don't know what you're doing, you just brought the wrong weapon into a mission, oh my god, how dare you. You can't use, you know, the Tiburon on a Tower 4. No, oh, wait a minute. I've got a Tower 4 going on right now. You can't use the Reaper Prime there either. It would never last. You know, except for the fact that I used the Reaper Prime in a sorting mission the other day. I just wasn't recording. But, oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that? Did I use the Reaper Prime on a sorting mission? Yeah, because even if it's just a level 50 to 60, it's still better than what people tell it or make it out to be. Or you're using the wrong things. I've been watching your channel and I see your playstyle and I know what you need to have. You don't know what I need to have. You're not sitting here. You're not me. If I change my mind about something, I want to try a different mod. You don't know. I want to play something a little bit different. You have no idea. Maybe I'm not in the mood to be a heavy melee setup and I want to play with a gun. But if I use the wrong gun, I'm going to catch hell for it. Everybody will tell me that I'm doing it wrong. Gotta be a particular way. I don't know if anyone's caught on to the fact of any of this, that, you know, throughout the years, no matter what you put on your weapon, you're still going to kill the enemy. No matter what, you're still going to kill the enemy. The game is designed that way. You're still going to kill them. Whether it's a little more challenging versus one shot, that's the difference. But I guess we all come up with that mentality, right? You come from COD, you come from Battlefield, you come from all those games, and it's all about getting the biggest, best number. It's all about doing the most damage. It's all about having the highest stats at the end of a mission. But you forget, this game is completely different than anything else out there. It's a co-op game. Hell, I mean, it's a co-op game. Oh, let me say it again. It's a co-op game. Cooperative play. You're supposed to work with your team. Work with your team. Not, I need to be the guy that does everything on my team and screw everybody else. Because if I don't come out with the best number and I don't have the best build, then I am not the best person out there. If you want to be that way, if you want to be that type of person, then go back to playing COD or go back to playing, all these games that, whatever. I don't know. I'm just sick and tired of it. The reason you haven't seen as many videos from me this month in terms of Warframe is because it's just been a bad month. Between me having a lot of different things going on in real life, and that's more important, always will be, always has been. And then dealing with consistently getting negative comments back and forth, people barraging on me every single day. Every time I put something out, I immediately get at least 1 or 2 dislikes. I've been putting out videos on different games again, and I'll even get dislikes and nasty comments from people there. Oh, you said something wrong. You don't know how to speak. You don't know how to spell. You don't know how to this. You don't know how to do that. You know what? It's just, I don't know. I'm frustrated. I guess I'm just at that point. I just, whatever. You got channels out there that start out with lying to you. You got channels that say that they're mute and they don't speak, and then suddenly they do speak. But it's okay that suddenly they speak. No problem that you lied to us for all these years and all this time. We're still going to support you, and we're still going to send you lots of money through different various ways because you're still awesome. But yet that guy that's out there always telling us the truth and always being honest, man, he's a fucking asshole. Who cares about him? He's just a jackass, right? I'll be honest with you. I would never use that as an excuse, some selectively mute bullshit. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. When you go from that to suddenly being able to talk, and then suddenly when you are talking, you're making videos saying that you never participate in the drama, yet, well, I can tell you, I've got proof you've participated in the drama. You've been a good part of the drama, and you still are. But it's okay. I mean, you look at it from, I understand that point. I started YouTube without ever speaking, without having a microphone. Then I got a microphone, and the only type of commentary you'd have is when me and everybody else in the community, that the clan that I was in and whatnot, we were playing together, and that was just us joking around. It took a very long time for me to get to the point where I could actually just have conversation and do what I'm doing now, making, build videos and talking to you about stuff and discussing it and thinking in my head what I'm saying now, how are people going to react, and that type of stuff. That takes time to get to that point. I get it. But you don't go around lying that you're mute or you're selectively mute. It's just stupid. And I have never seen so many mute players in one game. Everywhere I go, when I look on Reddit, when I look on the Warframe Google Plus community, when I look here, when I look there, everybody's like, I want to make videos, and then the next comment is, but I'm mute. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude, okay? But really, seriously, there can't be that many. And if there is, okay, there is. But you have to understand it's really, really odd. We're having gamed for so many years that suddenly there's so many in one particular game. Really, really odd. Just me. Listen, if you're nervous to talk, then don't talk. I get it. Don't lie to people. Just don't fucking lie to people. Don't go around threatening people with your 200,000 subscribers that you're going to go ahead and take down their channel because you don't like what somebody's saying about you. Oh, poor baby. Somebody's speaking about you. And you don't like what they're saying, so you're going to go ahead and try to get their channel taken down. Oh, they're using my video. They're not using your video. They were using somebody else's video. You were in somebody else's live feed, and it wasn't your content that they were using just because you were in it. You don't own the rights to it. Sorry. There is such thing as fair use. There's a lot of terms of service things that you obviously don't understand on YouTube. You know, like full disclosure. I'd love to see all these other channels out there actually do full fucking disclosure and disclose the fact of all these items that they get, like I do every time that there's an update. I disclose what the press and the media get, because you have to legally now, based off of new terms of service and agreements with YouTube. But hey, I guess you can all just go around and keep just posting and pretending that you're not getting anything free when clearly you are. And you know you are, but it's okay that you lie to everybody. Everybody does it. I mean, you know, YouTube is just, it's the internet. And the internet, you can be whoever you want to be, whenever you want to be, whatever you want to be, I guess. You can sit there and make videos consistently talking about and trashing on the game that you supposedly love so much, just consistently trashing on it and making just rude, disgusting videos. And then trashing on all the player base, and then just insulting them left and right, and people just brush it off like, oh, it's all just a joke, it's all fun. Are you kidding me? You guys, at some point you have to wake up and be like, you know what, I'm sick and tired of this particular person constantly knocking on us, insulting us, treating us like crap, and then saying that it's just a joke. I mean, seriously, at some point you've got to wake up to that, right? I'm just saying. And I've had my share of all of this throughout the years, and today, you know, and I sit here every time. It was really weird. Every time I contemplate leaving the community, stop doing Warframe, stop being an official channel, stop creating content. Every time I think about it, I get a whole bunch of compliments from new players on old stuff that I've created, and thank you, you've helped me out, and thank you this, and can you please do a setup on this, or can you please do this for me, can you talk about this, I want your thoughts on it. And when people do that, it's like, okay, I guess somebody has a brain out there, so let me help these people out, because I've always been here just to help people out, and hopefully people enjoy it. And I don't really care right now. I know a lot of people who are going to be hating on me. I know a lot of negatives. I'm going to have more people unsubscribing from me, more comments, blah blah blah. You know, you're part of this problem, this that. I ain't part of the problem. I'm nothing. I'm this small, minor little channel at this point. Nobody even watches my shit anymore, so it doesn't matter. Barely holding on. I mean, you know, there's. I'd be surprised that I get a lot of comments on this, but I've got a lot of issues. I've got issues where the developer got involved in a situation that they should never have been in a situation. They banned a player. Whether they banned the player legitimately or not, nobody knows, because nobody's there. Everybody's speculating whether this person was banned legitimately or not, blah blah blah. But personally, from what I saw and what I've read and what I could see publicly, it was done wrong, and it was done in the wrong fashion, and somebody took a side of another player that they shouldn't have taken a side of. You need to remain neutral. I will always say that. You need to remain neutral in that type of situation. And honestly, I'm going to say it as I said it before in the past. You should have banned everybody that was involved. It's that simple. You don't just take one person as an example. You turn around and say, okay, this whole situation was out of hand. These people right here that are part of it, that are causing the problem on both ends, because it takes more than one person to cause a fucking problem. It takes more than one person. Everybody gets banned. There you go. I mean, in your terms of service, you don't have to tell anybody why they got banned. I've read that. I get it. You can ban anyone for at any time for any reason without ever giving a cause. You don't have to. You've put some really, really weird things into your terms of service and EULAs that basically take you and responsibility away from you being in trouble for banning somebody. So there's some shady gaming, some shady tactics going on there, if you will, from the developer side, and that can be pretty bad in any game. You know, I don't know. maybe I'm just, I don't know, people are going to be like, hey man, why don't you just take some time away from the game, blah, 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 and you'll post other stuff. Like, why? I do post other stuff. I have for 3 years. I've always posted other stuff. You guys don't even watch that shit. If it's not Warframe and you post something else, you get told, hey, where's your Warframe stuff? Or everybody comes and puts comments on there that are Warframe related when it has nothing to do with that particular video. You've got other channels that have up and left. It's taken a year or 2 years before people stop commenting on their channel every single day on every single video when you come back to Warframe. When you come back to Warframe. I don't think I ever watched your channel was Warframe. Why are you posting this stuff when you come back to Warframe? When you come back to Warframe. Why should they come back to Warframe? What? So that way people can hate on them for what they're doing, because what they're doing is not following everybody else. They're trying to be different. Or maybe they're burned out. They're bored. Or maybe they're just not finding the value in trying to entertain people and have fun with it and enjoy themselves when it's just constantly being hit with hate all the time. All the time. You know, and then when you try to do something different, you're hit with hate for doing something different. You try to play something different and showcase that on your channel, you're hit with hate for doing that. You get stuff, new access to new games, upcoming things, you do reviews on things, and you get hate with that because, hey, it's not fair that you're getting something for free. Why don't I get it for free? Well, you know what? You can do what I'm doing. Take the time, take the effort, put the hours in, put the blood, sweat, and everything else in, and then maybe the benefit will come back to you. It's not exactly the most fun and glamorous thing when you start getting free things, because that means that you have to also follow a certain set of rules. Sometimes you have to follow certain contractual agreements that you make. In order for me to get this, I'm going to do a review, blah blah blah, so forth and so on. So it is kind of like a job, if you will. A job that only pays about 50 cents to $1 an hour for me, if I'm lucky, for the amount of time that I put into it. Other people making $9,000 or $10,000 a year for just posting basic stupid stuff that really takes no brains to post. But, you know, again, that's just me. Maybe I'm salty, maybe I'm sour, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just sick and tired of everywhere I go, every time I leave a comment, I always get some asshole, some idiot, some random person that's going to come after me. Maybe that's just what it is. Maybe that's the way life is for me. Where everybody else gets all the love and everything else, and I get all the hate. I know I'm not the only person. I mean, maybe I'm the only person right now because most of the other people up and left because it just didn't want to deal with it anymore. But why should I have to up and leave and lose the stuff that I've worked so hard to get and gain, and the respect from the developer and this, that, and everything else that I've worked so hard on because of assholes, just random assholes out there. And I've put in, I don't know how much time and everything and energy, and obviously the passion for everything that I do is clear in my videos. I don't lie to you, I'm honest with you. I just upright tell you as it is. You know, I got nothing to hide. Why should I hide it? I mean, what do I need to hide? I mean, my ugly mug, maybe, you know, that's fine. My webcam doesn't work. That's on my computer anymore, so that's why you don't see any type of webcam footage. And even if I had a webcam, which, you know, I'd love to afford one. Can't afford one right now. Can't do any upgrades at this moment. Just don't have the money or the finances. I've tried to ask for support so many different times and gotten hit from people for it. So I stopped. So whatever, you know. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm just... I don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore. But this community has just gotten so out of hand. And here's the problem. If you're still actually listening. What brings a game down is the community. The negativity in the community. No matter how hard a developer tries and pushes new content and this, that, and everything else, the community will ultimately kill the game or keep the game alive. Even if it's a piss poor game, that game will stay alive if the community supports it enough. But right now, you got so many people in there that just want what they want. And if it's not there, and they're not getting what they want, then it's not fair. Because how dare they not get what they want and what they deserve? You know, nothing about how much time and effort it takes to do something, how long it could take to put something together. But, you know, forgive me, forgive the developer that if they're not, you know, particularly 100% doing what everybody wants from them, then screw them, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know, I need to get some shit off my chest. I don't know what I want to do here in terms of Warframe at this point. Obviously, if I stop posting Warframe content, then I lose everything that I've worked so hard for over the past few years on my channel. I mean, I lose all of my subscribers and everybody and be back to square one again, just as it was in the beginning, and working just as hard to try to make a little bit of money, a little bit of income, enjoy myself. You know, I mean, obviously YouTube is a business, and if you're gonna work with this and do this type of stuff, then you know money is a factor in it. Time and effort need to generate some return on my investment, if you will, for that time. And you know, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's getting harder and harder every day to make new Warframe content, just because I get so many negative comments. I'm still compared to everybody else, and I'm not doing it right, and I never will be. And so help me for being different and trying to be myself and trying to keep my brain and trying to think for myself and be my own person. I don't know. I just, you know, I'm almost done with it. I'm sorry. I'm almost done with it. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know whether to keep going or whether to just stop. Whatever. We'll see what. We'll see where we go from here. What we do. Thanks for tuning in and listening. For everybody that actually does care. For everybody else that doesn't care and has already stopped watching, you guys can just go and all fuck yourselves. Because that's all that there is. That's all that there is.